Hello everyone! In this extra credit section of the course, I will be giving you various challenges for you to work through. I will not be giving you the exact answers, and we will not work through these together step by step. Okay, at this point I want to take off the training wheels, and I want you to work through these by yourself. Now if you get stuck on a challenge, don't worry because there's a community of other people all working on the same challenges. So if you get stuck, just take advantage of the question and answer section. Each extra credit challenge will have its own video, and so I want everyone to organize your questions around each video. Basically, when you post a question, instead of just letting the question float in outer space, make sure that you link or assign it to the particular video for that challenge. So that way, if someone's struggling with challenge number 2, they can view a list of all of the question and answer threads just for that one video and challenge. Okay, so hopefully this way, everyone can help everyone else stay motivated, stay inspired, brainstorm solutions together, and help each other find typos, so on and so forth. Alright, now having said all of that, let's jump into the action and get started with the first challenge. Challenge number 1 is an improvement that I want you to make to our fictional university website. So on the home page, down at the very bottom, right above the footer, we have this slideshow area. Now at the moment, this slideshow lives within our frontpage.php template, meaning this slideshow is static and not dynamic. So this means that in order to make changes to the slideshow, basically you need to be a web developer. But it would be nice if anyone on our team or at our company could update the slideshow, right? You shouldn't need to be a web developer to change the text, or to make the button point towards a new page, or to upload a new photograph. So for your first challenge, I want you to make the slideshow editable from within the WordPress admin dashboard. So what I mean by that is this way an account person or a designer on our team, someone who isn't a web developer, could just jump into the dashboard, and then there could either be an area in the sidebar named Homepage Slideshow, or they could click into Pages and click on the home page. But either way, if they want to update either the title or the subtitle for any of the slides, they should just be able to edit a text field. And if they want to change the background image, it should be as easy as just uploading a new media file within WordPress. Okay, now I'm not going to give you the exact answer on how to do this, but I will point you in the right direction. I would say there's two main ways of setting this up. For your first option, you could just create a new custom post type, maybe name it Homepage Slideshow. So that way it would show up as a new item in the admin dashboard in the sidebar. And then for that custom post type, just assign it custom fields such as slide title, slide subtitle, slide link text and slide link value, and slide photograph. In this strategy, each slide would be its own post. So 3 posts in this custom post type would give you 3 slides. If you wanted a 4th and 5th slide in the slideshow, you would just create a 4th and 5th post. Okay, that's option number 1. The other way that you could set this up would rely on a page instead of a custom post type. So for example, this is the home page. So in the admin dashboard, if you went into Pages, and then remember we have a home page that is set to be our front page. But basically within this page, you could set up advanced custom fields that only display for this page. So for example, instead of page banner subtitle and page banner background image, you could set up fields that correspond with a slideshow. However, you might be scratching your head thinking, wouldn't that only work for one slide? For example, when it comes to our page banner fields, someone can enter a text, and then in this field you can upload an image, but then what if you wanted to create another slide and another slide? Well, that's a good question. If you wanted to, you could set up a fixed number of slides, so maybe there can only be at most 5 slides on the home page. So then you could just set up 5 copies of corresponding fields, slide image 1, slide image 2, 3, 4, 5. Or if you want to make things flexible so that people on your team could add as many slides as they want to, in that case, whenever I need to set up that functionality for a client website of mine, I reach for a premium plugin named Advanced Custom Fields Pro. Right away, I want to stress the fact that I am not in any way affiliated with this plugin. Even if everyone watching this video goes out and buys this plugin right now, I will not make a penny. Personally, I'm just a big fan of this plugin, and I use it on almost all of my client websites. So throughout this course, we used the free version of Advanced Custom Fields, but there's also a pro version of the plugin. Now, the pro version has all sorts of features, but really, I only buy it for 2 features. Probably the biggest reason is the repeater field. This feature lets you set up a single field or a collection of fields, and it makes them repeatable. So as an example, when it comes to our page banner subtitle and page banner background image, if you wanted users to be able to add more than one page banner per post, you could set up a repeater field that contains both of these fields, and then in the user interface right here, there would be a plus symbol, and if you clicked that, it would just create a new duplicate copy of both fields for you. So you could put in a subtitle, upload an image, click the duplicate button, and then you'd have a new pair of fields where you could type in a new subtitle and upload a new image. And you could just keep repeating it as many times as you want, all within a single post. So this has the potential to be super powerful. But obviously it comes at a price, right? This is the pro version, so it's not free. But I feel like the pricing is pretty fair. As of this moment, the personal version is 25 Australian dollars, which I believe is a little bit under 20 US dollars. And if you're working on a client website, you can just include that in your bill to the client. And you can use the personal version on as many websites as you want, but you can only receive automatic updates for one project or one site. So if you want to avoid having to manually update your plugins, and you want to use this on all of your websites, the price does become a bit steeper, but the personal version is a great place to start. Now, I did mention that the pro version comes with all sorts of features, but I really only buy it for 2 features. So the first reason was the repeater field, and the other feature that I love is the flexible content field. This is probably my favorite feature that any plugin has ever offered, and that's because it's a developer's paradise. This feature in and of itself doesn't do anything. It's worthless unless you bring your own value as a developer to it. So what I mean by that is when someone is on a post or page authoring screen, right? So if someone's in the admin and they're creating a new post or page, basically it adds this add row button, and when they click that, it gives them a choice of what type of content they want to add to the page. And you as the developer decide what these options are. So maybe your first option could be 2-column layout, and then the next option could be 3-column layout, and then the next option could be slideshow, and then the next option could be data table or featured professor, right? You can make up whatever features you want, and you get to spell out the exact fields and user interface that each type of content should use. And then also as the developer, you get to control the exact HTML that gets output for each one of those. It's difficult to explain in a quick fashion, but basically, this is the most powerful and flexible feature I've ever seen in WordPress. In my opinion, this single feature makes WordPress a premier content management system. It puts WordPress right up there or above things like Drupal and Joomla and Craft CMS. I can't say enough good things about this feature. In fact, other content management systems have actually copied and tried to imitate this feature. So I would pay the 20 US dollars just for this feature alone, but I don't want to sound like a used car salesman. Okay, it's totally up to you. Hopefully that gives you a lot of different ideas to play with, and I do want to emphasize the point that if you don't want to spend even another $1 right now, and you're not interested in the Advanced Custom Fields Pro version, that's okay. You don't need to use it. Remember, option number 1 was to just create a custom post type named Homepage Slideshow, and you could set that up with the free version of Advanced Custom Fields without any problems. Okay, that's going to do it for this first extra credit challenge. Let's keep things rolling, and I will see you in the next one.